In the kitchen, and we're talking mushrooms. Surrell restaurant in Seattle's Madison Valley features an all mushroom dinner. Even the dessert is mushroom themed. So here to show us and explain how that is possible is my friend Chef Aaron Tekulve from Surrell. Thanks for coming. Welcome to New Day.
Absolutely.
Easy for me to say.
Thank you so much for having me today. Such a pleasure to be here and talk a bit about what we do at the restaurant and also about these thematic dinners that we do.
Okay, so mushroom dinner. Yes. Everything is mushroom.
Everything mushroom. First bites to your last bites.
All right, so we're making porcini ice cream today?
We are, yeah.
It's mushroom ice cream.
It is. So we did a lot of recipe testing to figure this out years ago because it's the test. It puts you in a box to say we're going to do one ingredient and we're going to showcase that over other things. We did it with tomatoes. We've done it with squash. We've done it with beets. Citrus. We've done other themed dinners like wild game dinners and all seafood. But we don't phone it in. There is mushrooms in dessert. And so it was testing to make sure you have the right ones. And we feel Porcini has this interesting malt.
That's a really
like chocolate
little
malt. They vary. They're usually, I would say right about, this big, maybe anywhere from a golf ball sometimes to a baseball. You don't want them to get too big because they start to lose their texture.
Their flavor,
their
texture.
Texture, exactly. Because they're growing and they're wild. And so we want to harvest them early so we can really enjoy them. In this case, we have made a sauce ahead of time that we have in this ISI container, and we're going to have a little fun with that in a minute.
All right.
But before we get to that, the other things, what grows together goes together, as we like to say. So you have strawberries, very emblematic of spring. We're having an amazing spring season. So what we're going to do is make a little sauce with mulled red wine that we make in-house. Right here you have, this is Cabernet Sauvignon coming from Washington. Surrell garners list that is 100% Washington wines only, really showcasing the diversity and amazing talent of Washington winemakers. We're the only restaurant in Seattle that's currently doing this, and we really believe that this wine country has amazing things.
Pacific Northwest restaurant from table to fork to everything.
We are. Okay, so let's go ahead. You can go ahead and dump that in. So that's a little brown sugar, and then we have a bunch of toasted spices. So you have star anise, one of my absolute favorite ingredients, cinnamon, clove, and black peppercorn, which black peppercorn doesn't get used a lot in dessert, but it's really fantastic. So we steep this. This is going to cook together. Usually it's about 2 hours to really cook this down. And what that does is it steeps everything in. But we want to talk about this.
The magic of TV.
This is a great thing to do if you somehow, some reason, have leftover wine because you forgot to drink it and it goes bad somehow, or if you have a wine that maybe like it's drinkable but it's not your favorite, this is a great thing to do with it. It repurposes it. It's a great way to make.
You can use a mulled wine for many purposes.
Oh my gosh.
Today we're using it for.
Today we're going to be making a sauce out of it.
So now what do we do?
So we're going to let this go for a minute. While it's working, we're going to make a crumble in the meantime. So here we have our bowl to mix things in. You have here some sugar, some poppy seeds, almond, a little salt. We're going to pour that into this bowl.
How beautiful he made that for us.
And
I ruined it.
When we make desserts at the restaurant, they're almost always gluten-free. We want to make things as inclusive as possible. Gluten-free is one of the most, or celiac, one of the most common allergies that we work with. So we use a gluten-free flour that works incredibly well for this.
We appreciate that because we have some gluten issues on our set here.
Well, it's just we want to be inclusive. So we offer an omnivore. Please, we offer an omnivore, a vegan, a vegetarian, and pescatarian menu. So we can take care of all people. We do our best. Oh, that's okay. We do our best to really make sure that it's inclusive of people.
I love that.
Okay, so we're going to switch. So the whisk is great because we get all of our dry goods together, and then we're going to just stir in some butter here, and we're going to do what we call just making it look like wet sand.
Okay.
All right.
We got that. We can wet sand this.
We can wet sand it.
All right. How are we doing?
Doing really good. So we'll leave it kind of crumbly. You can just get around the bowl. That's perfect. And then what we would do here at this point is dump all of this right onto a little sheet tray, and then we bake this about 325 for about 15 to 20 minutes, stirring it about halfway through.
And just dump it like it is?
Just dump it just like it is. We want it nice and crumbly. Yeah, so it looks like wet sand just like that.
Okay.
That's perfect.
I'm going to get all of it.
Yeah, we can get that there.
All right, perfect.
And then we'll pop this into our little oven, and then this guy will go for about 15 to 20 minutes until it's just lightly golden brown. We'll end up with something beautiful like this guy here.
Ooh, can I try it?
Please. So beautiful strawberries. Spring in Seattle, we will get a couple weeks of red from centered outside, so we love to highlight these.
I love
so
that.
Once this is cooked down, we'll put some strawberries together, we'll cook that, we'll puree it, and then we will cut fresh strawberries and then marinate them together. So you have this here as well. So we have all of those ingredients ready to go. The one other ingredient that we have that'll be a part of this is a black sesame and olive oil cake. So we grind black sesame seeds and then make an olive oil cake out of it. It's really light. It is, yeah. And this is gluten-free as well.
Okay.
We had a little activated charcoal powder just to make it black for a little bit of that that wow in that. But next, we're gonna get into a little extra action right now, and we are gonna make our ice cream, and we're gonna plate up this dish.
What you can't see behind the kitchen counter right now is this giant, terrifying looking thing. Woo! And liquid nitrogen cooling down our feet.
All right.
All right, so here we have this. And you're gonna make, oh, he's got a little more.
A little bit more, because why not?
I wish you guys could see. Can you see it?
Oh yeah, we'll bring this up. We'll make sure everybody gets a view of this.
Woo!
So we
It's
love
making my toes cold.
we love working with a little liquid nitrogen at the restaurant.
All right, we are running rapidly out of time.
All right, so
we gotta get this.
we're gonna put this in here. And so what the ISI does is basically whipped cream at this point.
This is so cool.
And we're gonna do this. Go ahead and smash that up for me.
Okay.
And I'm gonna start plating things up in the meantime.
This is so fun. Oh my gosh, this is so satisfying. Do you want me to keep smashing a lot?
Yeah, smash it on up.
You know, this is like ASMR. How do you say it? I don't even know. Oh man.
All right, and then lastly, we're gonna take some of this.
Okay.
And what happens, so liquid nitrogen, you know, on average about 320 degrees below zero. But because we aerated it, it's nice and light now. And so you have these little crunchies, and what's fun, you can take this guy.
Okay. And this is made
really
with porcini?
Cold. Yep. So put that in your mouth.
Come here.
Yep, one of those big guys. Breathe
I
up.
just blew fire like a dragon. Oh my gosh.
Breathe up through your nose.
Uh-huh. Did I do it? Did I
And
just
so,
okay.
a little different take on what dessert can be here.
That is beautiful.
And as we always like to, we serve this with a shovel.
With a shovel. I love it. As you would. All right. Thank you so much, Aaron. And get this, we have the recipe for Aaron's porcini ice cream if you want to give it a shot. Good luck to you. Just text the word 206-448-4545. We'll send the link straight to your phone. Thank you.
Thank you.